Welcome to the MBH Corporation PLC Annual General Meeting on today, Friday, the 18th of June, 2021. Firstly, I'd like to start by thanking you and the other shareholders who have been so supportive in this past year. Thank you for your words of encouragement, the questions, the feedback that you've so willingly given us over the past year. It means a lot to us on the board, but also to the principals to hear your words of support on what has been quite a challenging year. Now, sadly, this AGM is a virtual one. We don't get a chance to meet you in person for obvious reasons, but we will be doing this virtually. All the proxy forms were required to be submitted by Wednesday, the 16th of June. We received a lot of those proxy forms in and all the votes have been tallied. I'm joined by a few of my colleagues today who have put together short presentations to share a little bit about their experiences of the past year. Do please at any point type in any questions that you have into the chat box, although I'm sure most of you are familiar with our website. If at any time you have any questions, do please submit them through the website, and we always answer within one working day, and we're happy to do that at any point in the future if you don't get a chance to watch this video live. So just go to our website and submit your questions there. This AGM should all be wrapped up in less than 30 minutes. So let me run through the agenda for you. We're going to have a quick video recap of the past year and the incredible things that were achieved, even with all of the constraints on the company. Then Lana Coronado, our fantastic non-executive chairman, is going to share a few minutes of her experiences of the past year. We're then joined by Vikki Sylvester, who's my fellow executive director on the board and the principal's representative, and she'll be sharing a little bit about how the principals managed in the past year. Then Victor Tan, our CFO, who I'm sure you're all familiar with, will be running through the numbers very quickly. And finally, we're joined by our in-house counsel, Muriel, who's going to run through the resolutions and the way the votes were cast. Any questions that have come up during the call, I will do my best to answer at the end of the day. And like I say, if you missed the opportunity or if you're watching a recording of this, do feel free to go to our webpage and submit any questions that you might have. Once again, thank you so much for your support as shareholders of MBH Corporation. We really do appreciate it, and we're looking forward to a fantastic 2021.
Find out more today at mbhcorporation.com.
I'd like to begin by saying how incredibly proud I am to be part of MBH family, and especially during these trying times. 2020 has been a tough year in many ways, but also very telling. A person's true character comes out in the face of a challenge. And what I've had the privilege to witness is the true grit, the true spirit of our principals, and how they were able to come together and be there for each other. Some of them had to deal with losses, and during those times they were offered comfort and help. Others have seen growth and success, and it was greeted with cheers and that shared sense of pride and joy. Those who otherwise would be competing with each other are now cooperating, working towards a common goal. I'm happy to see MBH growing, expanding across multiple industries and geographies. I would like to express my sincere gratitude for the opportunity to work with the MBH board members this year. What pleasantly surprised me was the amount of joy I experienced personally working with such truly dedicated team. We don't always agree on everything, which makes for interesting and vigorous discussions at times, yet we always find a way to what we believe to be the best path forward through collaboration and mutual respect. Our board members' integrity, their commitment to the shareholders, and all the principles is impressive. On behalf of the MBH Board of Directors, I would like to thank the group's leadership team and all of the companies within the group for their commitment and their dedication during this past year. And I look forward to the next 12 months.
Hi, my name's Vikki Sylvester. I'm an Executive Director of MBH Corporation and also one of the principals in the MBH Group, where I am CEO of Acacia Training. So last year was both interesting and challenging for all the business owners in the group. And whilst we faced the unknown as business owners, the principals defaulted to their natural entrepreneurial spirit. They were creative and positive and looking for new ideas, how they can adapt their businesses to face the challenges and also the opportunities that have come out of last year's situation. They are experienced business owners. They faced challenges before, and the pandemic has been no exception. But what the situation really did demonstrate for MBH last year is the strength of the agglomeration model. We were no longer on our own business owners. We were in this together, and we supported one another with full transparency and good intentions, wanting to make sure every business in the group made it through the pandemic. We met online weekly, we shared information through the internal platforms, we picked the phone up to one another, we were messaging one another and sharing all sorts, from ideas to knowledge to resource to contacts, and really importantly also celebrating in each other's success. And that created a whole positive vibe and a whole can-do attitude across the group. Don't forget, the business owners in MBH Group, these are their own businesses, and their businesses are part of them, as are their families and their teams, their customers and their communities. And they all went into this just really wanting to make sure they did the best they possibly could to see their business through these challenging times. I get asked a lot about what does collaborative working look like within MBH Group. And one really important factor about collaborative working for us is that it's not forced. This isn't anybody mandating that, as a group, we need to follow a certain process. This is where collaboration comes naturally and the learnings for each other's business come from that. So there are examples of specific projects where one company is working with another company, or one principal, or maybe a group of 2 or 3 principals are working together on certain projects. We have examples where we've shared resource in other people's businesses within verticals, but we've also had examples where cross-vertical activity happens. For example, the education companies might be working with the construction companies, looking at how they can recruit, reskill, upskill new talent, looking at their succession planning. And then you've also got ideas such as the tactical acquisition model. It's been reflected across many different industries, all with their own different strategies and their goals to achieve. And that kind of work will continue. The taxi company may be doing something in their businesses that actually really applies really well to something in the health and social care vertical, for example. And we see this in other industries where they take something from one industry and they apply it to another in their own way, and then really start to see the benefits of that in their businesses. So that's what collaborative working looks like for us. It's really exciting. There is so many activities going on across the group at the moment. I'm really excited for 2021. And all the business owners last year, credit to them, proud of every single one of them. They've been absolutely amazing. And we shall now see what comes of 2021 and 2022, as I'm so sure that many of them are going to come through this stronger actually than they were before they went into the pandemic. Thank you.
Hello everyone. We're very pleased to deliver these set of results in our 2020 annual report to our shareholders. Our 2020 revenue was 60.4 million, and that's up 19% on 2019. Our EBIT was 1.8 million, and our profit after tax was 1.4 million. Both metrics were significantly down on 2019, and obviously that was largely impacted by COVID, and more so the impact on our construction vertical. Our construction vertical's EBIT was actually down 4.6 million on 2019. So the other verticals in our diversification strategy actually worked to combat that shortfall. So what it meant was these two metrics translated caused our earnings per share to be down 76% on last year. We closed the year out with an EPS of 2.5 pence. From a balance sheet perspective, our cash at bank remains at a very strong level of 5.8 million at 31st December. We have a healthy current ratio of 1.4, and we managed to rebalance our debt to equity ratio through the launch of our bond program. In this AGM, we're looking to declare and seek approval to declare a dividend of 0.005 euro cents per share, and that's at similar levels to 2019. So in terms of key financial achievements, and basically these are the pillars that we've laid for our 2021 year. We managed to attract 12 companies to join MBH, and collectively they delivered an audited revenue and a profit after tax of 36.2 million and 3.3 million respectively. Not all those results are within our 2020 statutory results, and we only capture those results as and when they joined MBH. We managed to launch our bond program in June 2020, and it was a 50 million euros bond program. We're seeing good uptake. We've issued approximately 23 million pounds of our bonds as of 31st December. In terms of our diversification strategy, we now have 6 verticals. That reduces reliance on our construction vertical. In 2019, our construction vertical contributed approximately 80% of the group's revenue. So what that means is increases our ability to navigate through and also manage any future macroeconomic uncertainties that we may face. So these 3 objectives has managed, I guess, hopefully put us in good place now to deliver the results that we want to deliver for our shareholders, and hopefully allows us to capitalize on the economies, capitalize on when the economies do open up. And actually we're seeing really good results at the end of Q1 now coming through our businesses. So if you have any questions, do raise them or do ask them in this AGM, or you feel free to email me on victor.tan@mbhcorporation.com. Thank you.
14 resolutions were proposed this year by the MBH directors. Resolution 1 to 11 and Resolution 13 were proposed as ordinary resolutions. Resolution 12 and 14 were proposed as special resolutions. Resolution 1, to approve the financial statement for the year ended 31st December 2020 and the reports of the directors and auditors, resolution approved. Resolution 2, to elect Stanislaw Pate as the director of the company, resolution approved. Resolution 3, to re-elect Vikki Sylvester as the director of the company, resolution approved. Resolution 4, to approve the payment of up to £1 million in fees and salaries in the year to 31st December 2021, resolution approved. Resolution 5, to reappoint Barnes Roth as auditors of the company, resolution approved. Resolution 6, to authorize the directors to agree the auditor's remuneration, resolution approved. Resolution 7, to authorize the directors to undertake a subdivision and designation of the ordinary shares, resolution approved. Resolution 8, to authorize the directors to declare a final dividend of 0.005 euro on the ordinary shares of €1, resolution approved. Resolution 9, Conditional on Resolution 8 to authorize the directors to offer holders of ordinary shares the right to elect in whole to receive ordinary shares in respect of the final dividend. Resolution approved. Resolution 10. Conditional on Resolutions 8 and 9 to authorize the directors to allot ordinary shares in the company up to an aggregate nominal value of €1,500,000 in connection with the scrip dividend alternative. Resolution approved. Resolution 11. To authorize the allotment of ordinary shares up to an aggregate nominal amount of €719,748,250. Resolution approved. Special Resolution number 12. To disapply preemption rights in respect of the shares allotted under Resolution 11. Resolution approved. Ordinary Resolution number 13 to approve the buyback contract with Alan Presslin. Resolution approved. Special Resolution number 14 to adopt new Article of Association. Resolution approved.
Hello, everyone. And first of all, I just want to say a quick thank you to our team who put that together. It was, I know 2020 was a tough year for everyone, and everyone has been working incredibly hard in 2021. So I do want to thank the team for their support. I also want to thank you, the investors, as well. You've been incredibly supportive, and we really welcome the questions, the suggestions, the feedback that we've been getting throughout the year. I think those of you that have been with us for any length of time know that we're very responsive through our website or email. So do please continue to use that channel. We haven't had any questions so far today, but we did get one just before the AGM started, which was somebody asking about our pipeline and which industries were in the pipeline. So yeah, we still have a very strong pipeline, got some great companies in that pipeline. I think we have companies in pretty much all of the industries that we're sort of in talks with, and a couple of new ones. One thing that we have noticed is both with our own companies and a lot of the companies we're talking to, they're really bouncing back strong from last year. So in terms of trying to get their time, doing deals like this can take time. And if they're also growing very quickly and recruiting up, it does slow things down a bit. But these are all very, very good problems to have. So yeah, I'm certainly looking forward to the second half of this year. I think it will be, it's going to be a very good year for us and the principals. And hopefully this time next year, or at least some point next year, we'll be able to meet in person. I hope to be able to meet a lot of our investors at events or in one-on-ones rather than virtually. But until then, thanks again for all of your support, and we look forward to seeing you as soon as possible. Thank you.